In the wake of Ricky Hatton's untimely death, millions around the world are remembering the Hitman, not just for his lightning fists and world titles, but for something more, his heart. What better way to honor Ricky than to revisit his top 5 career victories, and in doing so, celebrate the man he was outside the ring too. Ricky Hatton wasn't just a world champion. He was a local hero, a friend to fans, and a man who carried his roots wherever he went. Even at the peak of fame, he stayed grounded, visiting his local pub for darts, playing Sunday football with old mates, staying close to the places that shaped him. In a final interview just days before his death, he made it clear. He didn't want to be remembered simply as the greatest. He hoped to be remembered as someone who stayed true, as a man of the people. His family have shared what many already knew. Hatton's kindness, his loyalty, his humor were as much a part of his legacy as the fights. He gave his all in the ring, but outside of it, he wore his heart on his sleeve, helping others, speaking openly about his struggles with mental health, and never forgetting where he came from. So let's remember him properly. Let's look at the 5 defining wins that shaped Ricky Hatton's legacy, and the story they tell about the fighter and the man. Number 5, 13 May 2006, Boston. Ricky Hatton versus Luis Collazo, WBA welterweight title. Ricky Hatton steps into the ring for the first time at welterweight, facing Luis Collazo for the WBA title. Hatton is moving up from light welterweight. Bigger, stronger opponents await, and the challenge is enormous. The fight begins, and Hatton makes an immediate statement. Within 10 seconds, he lands a left hook that floors Collazo, sending shockwaves through the arena. But the early knockdown doesn't tell the whole story. Collazo, a tough and savvy southpaw, fights back fiercely. He counters, moves, and forces Hatton into a grueling back-and-forth battle that tests every ounce of his skill, heart, and determination. 12 rounds later, Hatton wins a unanimous decision, 115 to 112, 115 to 112, 114 to 113. It's close. It's brutal. And while the fight didn't fully answer questions about Hatton at 147, Collazo had pushed him hard, and skeptics remained. It did achieve something Hatton had dreamed of his whole career, winning a world title in a second weight class. This fight mattered because it fulfilled Hatton's 2-division ambition. It introduced him to the American audience and showed the world his grit, resilience, and sheer will. Collazo pushed him to his limits, and Hatton responded by showing that even when the outcome was uncertain, he could endure and claim victory. In short, this fight wasn't just about a belt. It was about ambition, courage, and achieving a dream that many fighters never get the chance to chase. And in doing so, Ricky Hatton marked a new chapter in his career, one that would lead to even bigger battles. Number 4, 26th November 2005, Sheffield Arena. Ricky Hatton versus Carlos Maussa, IBF and WBA light welterweight unification. Ricky Hatton, fresh from one of the biggest wins of his career over Kostya Tszyu, steps into the ring against Colombian champion Carlos Maussa. This fight isn't just another title defense. It's a unification bout, with Hatton looking to hold both the IBF and WBA light welterweight belts at the same time. The stakes could not be higher. From the first bell, Hatton brings his trademark aggression, pressing Maussa, cutting off the ring, and landing heavy, straight punches. Maussa is no pushover, a tough, awkward, and unpredictable fighter who had shocked the world to win the WBA belt. He counters effectively, landing solid shots that test Hatton's resolve and force him to dig deeper. As the fight wears on, Hatton's conditioning and relentless pressure begin to tell. He keeps Maussa on the back foot, punishing his opponent and wearing him down. Despite suffering cuts above both eyes from accidental head clashes, Hatton never relents. Then, in the 9th round, with Maussa's right eye nearly swollen shut, Hatton lands a devastating left hook that sends the Colombian crashing to the canvas. The referee counts him out, and Hatton secures the knockout victory at 1:10 of the 9th round. This fight is significant because it achieves multiple milestones for Hatton. He unifies the IBF and WBA titles, cementing his status as the undisputed king of the light welterweight division. It demonstrates his grit, his ability to endure adversity, and his unyielding will to dominate. And crucially, it sets the stage for the next chapter of his career, the move up to welterweight, where he would chase new challenges, new belts, and new dreams. In short, the Maussa fight wasn't just about winning another title. It was about proving that Hatton could persevere under pressure, rise to the occasion, and continue building a legacy that would make him one of Britain's most iconic fighters. Number 3. 23rd June 2007, Las Vegas. Ricky Hatton versus José Luis Castillo. Ricky Hatton steps into the ring against Mexican legend José Luis Castillo, a former lightweight champion known for his durability, toughness, and never-say-die spirit. This isn't just another fight for Hatton. It's a test against a seasoned warrior, a chance to prove that he's not just a homegrown hero, but one of the best in the world. From the first bell, Hatton imposes his trademark pressure. He cuts off the ring, drives Castillo backwards, and keeps up a punishing pace. Castillo, however, is no ordinary opponent. He counters with speed and precision, landing solid punches that test Hatton's resolve and make it clear this will be a battle of attrition as much as skill. For the first 3 rounds, both fighters trade heavy blows, neither willing to give an inch, neither yielding to the other. The tension is electric, and every punch carries the weight of stakes that go far beyond titles. Then, in the 4th round, it happens. Hatton finds his mark with a perfectly timed left hook to Castillo's liver, a punch delivered with the force and precision that only comes from years of experience and relentless training. Castillo crumples to the canvas, and the referee begins the count. The crowd watches in awe as one of the most decisive blows of Hatton's career ends the fight at 2:16 of the 4th round. This victory is more than just a knockout. It demonstrates Hatton's power, his precision, and his ability to control a fight against a tough, world-class opponent. It solidifies his reputation as one of the premier light welterweights in the world, and reinforces the truth that when Ricky Hatton is at his best, he can dominate even the most experienced fighters. The win over Castillo propels Hatton to the next level of global recognition, and sets the stage for the biggest challenges of his career, reminding everyone that the Hitman's combination of skill, courage, and relentless heart is unmatched. Number 2. 22nd November 2008, Las Vegas. Ricky Hatton versus Paulie Malignaggi. Ricky Hatton steps into the ring against Paulie Malignaggi, a slick, fast-talking New Yorker with a reputation for precision over power. This isn't just another fight. It's a statement. Hatton, coming off a loss to Floyd Mayweather Jr. the previous year, has brought in new trainer Floyd Mayweather Sr. to refine his technique and add layers to his game. The world is watching to see if the Hitman can evolve. Malignaggi starts strong, using his jab to control the distance and find his rhythm. But Hatton, ever the relentless pressure fighter, adapts quickly. He cuts off the ring, lands heavy body shots, and begins to break Malignaggi down. The crowd roars as Hatton's power begins to tell, and Malignaggi, known for his durability, starts to show signs of wear. By the 11th round, it's clear. Malignaggi's corner, seeing their fighter unable to continue, steps in and ends the fight, giving Hatton a technical knockout victory at 0:48 of the round. The crowd erupts in cheers as Hatton celebrates, his new style and determination on full display. This fight is significant because it marks a turning point in Hatton's career. The win not only reaffirms his position at the top of the light welterweight division, but also showcases his ability to adapt and evolve as a fighter. It sets the stage for future challenges and cements Hatton's legacy as one of the sport's most formidable champions. Number 1. 4 June 2005, Manchester. Ricky Hatton versus Kostya Tszyu, IBF light welterweight title. The arena is electric, tens of thousands of fans screaming, and Ricky Hatton steps into the ring against Kostya Tszyu, the reigning IBF light welterweight champion and one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. Hatton is the challenger, but tonight he carries the hopes of an entire city on his shoulders. From the opening bell, Hatton imposes his relentless pressure. He closes the distance, stays in Tszyu's face, and keeps the champion on the back foot. Tszyu, a master counterpuncher, tries to find his rhythm. But Hatton's pace, stamina, and aggression begin to tell. The early rounds are competitive, with Tszyu landing sharp shots. But Hatton's work rate is unmatched, and he steadily wears the champion down. Round after round, Hatton's pressure doesn't relent. He peppers Tszyu with heavy hooks and body shots, cutting off the ring and making it impossible for Tszyu to fight comfortably. By the 11th round, Tszyu's corner decides their man has taken enough, and Ricky Hatton is declared the new IBF light welterweight champion, as Tszyu's corner retires him. The arena erupts in cheers. Hatton has achieved what he dreamed of his entire career, dethroning a legend in front of his home crowd. This victory is significant because it marks the defining moment of Hatton's career. He didn't just win a title, he claimed his place among the elite of the sport, proving that his relentless style, courage, and stamina could overwhelm even the very best. The win transforms Hatton from a national hero into a global boxing superstar, and sets the stage for his subsequent battles and legacy as one of Britain's greatest fighters.
Turning with black, the cruiserweight also 27, 6 pounds and 10 ounces. His professional record, 47 contests, 45 victories including 32 knockouts with 2 defeats and 4 world titles. He's the former 4-time light welterweight and former welterweight champion of the world, the charismatic pride of Manchester, England, Ricky Hitman Hatton.
There is Jennifer, his partner, mother of his daughter Millie, who was screaming when Hatton was knocked out by Manny Pacquiao 3.5 years ago.
Defend yourselves the whole time. Don't play catch butts. Fight some now.
Victor Lachlan is the referee, and you can hardly hear yourself thinking here. Michael Buffer could hardly make himself heard. The fans are going absolutely crazy, and this hasn't started yet.
Yeah, incredible. This is it. Now, for Ricky Hatton, this is what he's been waiting for, Ian.
What has he got left after